Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder again, and this time we have a relationship advice story for you. This one goes like this. My 27 female boyfriend, 28 male, was acting inappropriately with a female friend, 29 female, and I'm not sure if I'm overreacting. I'm a bit biased as I type this, so forgive me for any errors. So I, 27 female, met a handful of my boyfriend's 28 male friends tonight, and we all went bar hopping. He really mostly wanted me to meet his friend who lived out of state. I'll call her C, 29 female. That night went pretty well for the most part, but I noticed C was pretty handsy with my boyfriend. Like she would hug him a lot and find ways to touch him in some way. I shrugged it off because I didn't want to overthink it. Then eventually, all of us got pretty buzzed, and shortly before boyfriend and I left, C was being extra touchy with him near the table where we were sitting at. I was mostly chatting with C's sister, but I had noticed C was hugging my boyfriend for several minutes, like she had her hands wrapped around his waist and was talking and laughing with him. This lasted so long that even C's sister and my boyfriend's friend were like, and C's sister made a comment about how that's my man, kind of speaking for me. I found the whole thing inappropriate and disrespectful. My boyfriend apologized once we got an Uber to his place, but he was so drunk he fell asleep before he could even have a real conversation about it. I was so annoyed that I drove home. I was pretty sobered up at this point. Now I'm home thinking about this and wondered if I overreacted. Any advice? Update. He's been apologetic for the most part and admitted that it was wrong. His excuse? He was drunk and wasn't thinking. Didn't realize it was wrong. I asked him if he and C had ever hooked up or had feelings. He said no. He had C text me herself and apologize, but I don't know how he thought giving her my number without my consent was okay. Not like she will spam me messages, but still. She texted me saying, I was just confiding in him on how I was happy to see him and how I was happy that he was in a relationship. Sure. Which is ironic considering how she disrespected our relationship by her actions. I didn't respond. Didn't have the energy. If you don't have anything nice to say. Also, he sent me a screenshot of the text convo he was having with her, but she had mentioned how maybe I was cheated on in the past and that's why I was feeling the way I was. Then he responded, yeah, I can only do so much with her anxiety. Boy, you're gonna run me out of red flags here. Also, she said my sister was joking. And let me tell you, that screenshot pissed me off. I told him they were making it sound like I was the issue and not their behavior. He kept saying that they were in the wrong, but his text with C in the screenshot seemed to say otherwise. He kept trying to convince me she was sorry because she said it and he believed her because they had been friends for years. I don't believe her and I don't know why he doesn't get it. Eventually, he seemed to get irritated with me and said, I can't change the fucking past. He acted as though this action occurred months ago instead of hours ago. Last thing I want to mention is how he literally was so drunk and out of it, he walked in front of a moving car trying to find our ride. Thankfully, the driver stopped and honked, but that scared me. I mentioned this to him and he said he wasn't looking and that could happen sober or drunk. There's dozens of texts exchanged today, but that's the best summary I have. If anything, this proves that my gut was right to worry about his drinking, due to the fact that he drinks every time we go out to our restaurant, due to his behavior last night, and due to the fact that he admitted to me today that at times he gets blackout drunk and doesn't remember parts of the night.
Girly girl. Why are you in a relationship with this man, huh? I'm sorry. Why are you in a relationship with this boy, huh?
We don't really talk about how long OP and her boyfriend have been together here, so we don't know how much time she has invested in this, but I'm sure my gut is the same as the rest of yours. Run. This is a preview to the rest of your life. And yeah, it's disrespectful. It was a half-assed apology. If C ever comes back around again, you're going to have to worry. And if there's booze involved, then he's got a scapegoat. And he seems to just be lacking self-control in general. Maybe the worst thing about all of this is that he's made you feel this shitty way. He wasn't just shitty. He was shitty on top of shitty on top of shitty and then blamed the booze for it and now isn't really sorry and says it's in the past and he can't change it. Well, that kind of gives him carte blanche to do whatever the F he wants forever, right? Because after he does it, it's going to be in the past. And if there's booze involved, well, come what may. You don't realize it right now, but you're 27. You get to choose what the rest of your life is going to be like. And if you choose to stay with Brozo here, you are choosing to deal with this kind of shit for the rest of your life. So, what do you want the rest of your life to look like? If it's not this, get out of this. If he doesn't respect you enough to not put you in that situation in the first place, then he doesn't respect you. And I'm guessing that your vision for your future involves being respected by whomever you're with. So, that should be all you need to know.